Hello there. Now, you may own an SL which has a problem like this, in that you've got that leather flap cover missing, this one missing. It's present on this side, and once the roof is down, this flap closes to kind of make a reasonably nice finish to the outlook of the vehicle. What is very annoying is that if this is missing, you have a gaping hole. Now, what is extremely more annoying is that these little plastic little hinges, which this flap rests on and hinges about, pivots about, is very fragile. And I've seen people claiming that they can fix them and what have you. Maybe they can, but I've never seen one which has been fixed. What generally happens is that people end up replacing the whole thing. Now, if you do have to replace the whole thing, then getting it out is a bit of a job. Now, you can see I've stripped quite a lot of this vehicle already, and this video is just ready to show you where the main features of removing this are. Okay, so it is held on by a very small Torx screw there. Underneath here there will be a little 8mm nut, okay, which I will easily show you once it's out, and I'll get a spanner and show you where it is. And then it's just push on here. There should be some plastic tabs, and I should be able to just kind of do that, but I don't want to, because I don't want to put any force on here first. So I'm going to release this one first. So that's been removed, and you can see it's very loose, but don't be tempted just to put it up, because you can see it's still a bit firm under here, because there is a, see if I can get in there and have a look, there is, through there, can you see that it's the only bit of aluminium in there? That is an 8mm bolt head. Okay, you need to get a 8mm spanner and just slightly slacken it. You don't have to remove it, it's just pinching it tight. So when you slacken it, this will lift off, and when I show you underneath, you'll see what it's all about. Okay, so I've had my spanner in there fiddling around. You can see when you stick your head down there, and that should be loose now. Just a few turns and there you can see it's kind of wanting to lift off. You've got this little rubber seal there, but the rest of it, there are no screws holding it down. You can just, he says, I'm sure this just lifts up, I'm sure it's just held on, or is it? I don't want to mess this up, these are fragile. I'm sure it just clips on, push fit. So one-handed, see if I can put my hand under there. No, there you go, I was right. But be careful with this rubber seal, you don't want to damage this flap. Off it comes. Okay, now you see this tab here, right? There's the tab there. Put this on the carpet. This is the tab here. Whoops, which does move around. It's not broken. It does move around, and you can see this is what it was connected to. So with a washer, it's just pinched on. Nice tight fit. So you just got to loosen that a bit, and then it comes off. And everything is basically then held on with this little seal there. Now, what happens here? Oops. What happens, sorry with the camera, it seems to have turned to landscape. Okay, what happens here, you can see how small that the actual contacts are with this flap. It's pretty rubbish, really. And once that goes, if I move this, you see how small, imagine how fragile it is. Once they snap, you've had it. Okay, so The only way I think that people can actually make their car looks good again is by having to replace the whole thing. If you can find one, of course.